Welcome to my classroom today. I'm going to be taking you guys in with us for a full lesson of nature study. Today we're studying deciduous trees, and I have all 4 children with me, ages 5, 6, 9, and 11. So let's get started. So we are using Treehouse Nature Study, both levels for my children collectively. So we use the primary study and the intermediate study, but I don't follow it as scripted. And that's kind of how it was designed, is to be used as a menu. So each day I kind of look at both plans side by side and pick and choose for what that day, what I want to try to use. Also, that being said, I let my children take the lead a lot. So if they're really interested in a particular aspect of the study, we might go down a complete rabbit trail that I wasn't planning on. And so I'm gonna let you see what it really looks like. I have a little bit of a plan today. We are on day 4 of this nature study. So they already have some background about trees. We've already started some of the projects. So you're kind of coming in the middle and seeing what it might look like to finish a notebooking page, to finish a chart, to answer questions that they've been developing all week. And so let's see how it goes. You need to write the author underneath the print. So happy. I'm a tree. I'm a tree. I'm a tree. I'm a tree. Okay, so my 4-year-old is sometimes involved in some of it, and then other times she's looking for something to do. She asked to do her morning menu. So these are the Wonder of Nature alphabet sheets. So I am just going to prep those for her real quick. She specifically wanted the letter I. So I'm just getting her menu ready so that she can do this while we're working on poetry. We're gonna be doing poetry next and art study, and both of those things are integrated into with nature study. So while we're looking at poems and classical pieces of art, they are about the theme that we're studying. So we're looking at trees today. Our poems are about changing leaves and about deciduous trees. The big kids have been working on their poems all week. So I was just gonna today have them stand up and recite them. Thank you, baby. And show us their illustrations that they've been working on this week to have that coordinate with the poem.
The sunshine spread a carpet and everything was grand. Miss Weather led the dancing, Professor manned the band. The chestnuts came in yellow, the oaks in crimson dressed, the lovely Mrs. Maple and Scarlet looked their best.
Every time I climb a tree, every time I climb a tree, every time I climb a tree, I scrape a leg or skin a knee. And every time I climb a tree, I find some ants or dodge a bee and get the ants all over me.
Ooh, good. So each week we have 2 different selections of art, one with the primary, one with the intermediate, and we're just gonna focus on one today. So today we're gonna do some discussion questions, but each day we interact with the art in a different way. So sometimes we're doing an observation game, other days they are replicating the art, some days we're studying the artist, but today we're just gonna do some discussion questions. So I'm just gonna put the piece on the table so everybody can see it, and I'll adapt the questions per child and what I think they would be able to know and say, but we'll even include our littlest ones. It's really important that children at a young age are introduced to really fine art as well. They go straight up. When we go outside today, let's find a poplar. Okay, do you know what a poplar is, Josie, outside that we can find? If you could talk to Van Gogh about that art, what would you ask him?
Why specifically poplars?
I was just thinking.
Why not oaks or maples or something else? Why poplars?
Yeah, this is done being crazy. All right, read that section and that section.
Trees are the biggest plants on the planet. Forests of them cover large areas of land and provide shelter for other plants and animals.
Each type of tree has its own kind of leaves. The colors of autumn leaves differ from tree to tree. Some oak trees may be brown or yellow, while I see one on here that we found in our own yard. Titus and Josie, can you find it?
White oak.
White oak. This one. So we're gonna go outside now for this portion of our nature study, and the big kids have been working on charting the trees of our backyard. So we're using an app called the Seek app, and we just scan a leaf and it tells us what the tree is, and then they're filling out their charts. So we're just doing a couple each day. Today we're gonna finish off our charts. We're gonna find 2 new trees that we haven't identified yet, decide if they're deciduous or coniferous, draw a picture of the leaf, and then the kids write a few notes about the bark or where it's located, specifically something it means to them, some observation that they make in the notes section. And the little kids, while they're doing their charts, they're going to be collecting any kind of seeds or nuts from different trees around the yard, and I'll help them identify the tree from the nut. And then also they're going to be collecting some flat, dry leaves, so when we get back in the classroom, they can do some leaf rubbings while the kids are finishing up their work.
Get a poplar. You would have to share your basket. You can use your knife towards me. Let's do duck. That's a good one. Put it in your basket. And Huck, we're gonna let Eliza hold.
Tulip tree!
Ooh, I like it.
So it's known as the tulip tree, American tulip tree, tulip
I
wood,
just wrote tulip tree.
tulip poplar, whitewood, fiddle tree, linn tree, hickory poplar, and yellow poplar. And look how of Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee.
Tennessee and Indiana.
Okay, so tulip tree is the tallest tree of the temperate deciduous forest. If you look at the region of the United States, do we fall in that region?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't have big limbs.
Jump, jump, jump.
Hey, listen to this. The tallest individual at the present time is one called the fourth. I'm looking for a tree that has leaves, but we haven't done. What about this?
Yes, yes.
Ooh, it says it's in the pine family.
But those don't look
Okay, nature study in our own backyard is so special to me because the kids live and play among these trees. So being able to identify the names of the trees and draw them and write them down, and then forever they're going to have that ingrained in their heart as they're playing, I think is really special. I think it's important that we give our kids the world first in their small circle. So what's native to your own backyard? What animals do you see? What plants do you see? And then growing from there. And so it's always really fun to find the seeds, the nuts, the trees, the plants, the edibles, and learn what's happening where they play and where they live. This is a leaf we haven't done. Can you find its owner? No. Look up and see if you can find a matching wood, and I'll see if the trunk matches. Is that a good idea? Pick it and bring it to me. Now, this is super flat. That's called the Eastern cotton tree. Just a tiny bit on the side. Come on.
okay, guys.
So the last thing that we're going to do is work on our notebooking pages. So some days we spend just a few minutes doing this, some days it's a lot of our time in nature study. Today, the older children are going to choose one of the trees that we identified from our backyard, and they're going to do a deep dive researching that tree over the next couple of days. But today they're just going to start working on their illustration. And during that time, my younger kids are going to work on their leaf rubbings, and then I'm going to help them write down what each leaf is, and so identify each leaf. And so they both have a notebooking project to do to their level. You choose one tree on your chart that you want to learn more about. What if you learn specifically about the tulip tree? And we could do some research next week. Today you're just doing that. You put it under your paper. Look.
I found it. I just. Oh my god.
Okay, instead of doing it this way, you want to shade it. I hope you guys enjoyed following us in one typical day of nature study and just showing you how you can take one subject and adapt it to all different levels. You can take learning outside and you can let your children follow their interests within a subject that you are introducing to them. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too, and I'll see you guys next time.